Lewis-Burke happened to pop up, and UC Berkeley is one of our clients, and I'm an alumna of that university, and so that kind of drove my intrigue to apply to Lewis-Burke.
It's really focused on finding opportunities that were in the education space, and really I knew somebody that worked for Lewis-Burke, and he connected me with the firm, and that's how I got to Lewis-Burke, focusing on education policy.
I realized that it was more of a boutique, smaller firm, and also saw that they work a lot with higher ed, so I was like, this is the perfect space for me, and I think somewhere where I can learn.
For you to take initiative and for you to be able to start, building yourself up in that leadership role.
Taking all the hearings and all the webinars and all the knowledge that I was building and crafting my own issue portfolio. And so I would say that was the best part of the transition, is really being able to become an expert in something that I'm so personally passionate about.
As an associate, you are more reliant on yourself and how you make this job out to be, along with working with your teammates and your team leads.
When you're an LRA, you're kind of the administrative backbone of the team, and working a lot in a supportive role, whereas when you become an associate, you're very much driving client initiatives and firm initiatives.
That I really enjoy about Lewis-Burke is we are integrated in so many different topics, from defense to health to NASA to agriculture, that you really are able to find that place for you.
So working on things such as appropriations requests and ads, or authorization bill text or language, seeing the development process from when I myself as an associate drafted it, to advocating on it with members of Congress, to finally getting passed into law.
This was getting some appropriations language in for one of the clients that I now lead, and so I think that was probably one of the biggest accomplishments that I had.
I think I'm really proud of myself for understanding what clients want and honestly building better relationships with them through that.
In those meetings, getting to organize them, getting to know the staff, congressional staff that I was reaching out to, and then getting to directly engage with these experts in these really great research roles has really been sort of one of my favorite parts of the job, and certainly one of my favorite parts of the transition.
The FAA Reauthorization Act was signed into law, which included some of our language on bolstering a lot of the aviation workforce development grant programs.
I seeded a couple questions around the DoD STEM enterprise, and also artificial intelligence, as well as some other emerging technologies.
Continuing to build my portfolio in the public health space, and I recently started my master's in public health with the support of Lewis-Burke Associates. And so for me, a big one was being able to actually lead and organize my own Hill Days. So these congressional Hill Days are when clients fly out, we schedule a bunch of meetings, we do all of the outreach.
Tell new LRAs is to be a sponge on the wall and to write every single thing down.
Say yes to as many things as possible, and try to immerse yourself into all of the different policy areas and issue areas that Lewis-Burke has to offer.
Now you're in this position where initiative taking is kind of the forefront of what you should be starting to do as an associate.
You don't have to know everything, you just have to really lean on the great mentors, the great colleagues.
Looking forward to working more in the emerging tech space, touching everything from microelectronics to AI, and really carving a space out for me to advocate for our future scientists as leaders.
I see myself growing more in the NASA portfolio and helping our NASA issue area grow as well here at Lewis-Burke.
I think recently, with the work that we've been doing for our K-12 clients, I think it's really an opportunity for me to grow throughout the education spectrum. So not only with higher ed, but also in K-12 and working on policies that really do affect that area of education.
I really want to carve out a space here for specifically addiction and overdose issues. That's something that I really care personally about, and it's something that I'm learning a lot through my MPH program. we get to build out a lot of the activities that we want to do here. And so I'm on the social committee, for example, and we get to put together a bunch of really fun activities throughout the year, depending on what folks want to see and what folks want to do.
Premier events like Summer Fun Day, Holiday Party, but then I think a lot of these ad hoc events too that really bring us together as a firm.
My favorite event that we do every single year is our Community Service Day. It's a chance for us to give back to the people around us.
I appreciate that Lewis-Burke is the kind of place where, yes, we have boundaries as coworkers, but it's very congenial and everything feels like a team and a family truly.